Hey guys, welcome to another video here on the channel. This is the episode number 24 of our Great Tech New Horizons Let's Play or weekly update series in the external server. So yeah, I must say I must start this episode by saying that unfortunately the recording of the actual 24th episode had audio issues, as you guys might know. My microphone is it's not really that good right now. It's not really the microphone issues. It's more of my PC, I guess. But yeah, so sometimes it starts doing some static sound. I have to use this noise suppression, otherwise it leaks out. I have to have my microphone volume really low, otherwise it leaks out. So it's a bit annoying, and what happened was that, well, the audio in that episode um, was with a lot of static. So I just decided to scrap that and re-record it. But unfortunately, it has been more than a week since the actual last episode, and a few days since I recorded the supposedly 24th episode. So yeah, this might be a long one. But yeah, so I'll start with this thingy here. As you guys know, ammonia is a pain in the ass to get. I hate the fact that it's so slow and takes so much power and hydrogen. So yeah, we were needing more ammonia. So I just decided to, well, let's go for the ammonia. And as you guys can see, this is not really able to keep up. We have more. I also boosted the production downstairs, but very soon it will be very obvious why we need so much ammonia. So yeah, that is out of the way. So let's go downstairs. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the compost, the fertilizer, I mean, is new. This is for the farms. I finally moved the farms. And as I've said, I overclocked this one to the ammonia for to LUV power. So this is now using LUV power. And yeah, pretty sure no more changes here. Not really been working too much on this side of the base right now, since as you guys might see, I've been working hard on this. So yeah, let's start with the power. I think I said this in the last episode that I was going to do the universal chemical fuel engine. Actually, I was going to do this with the ioctane gasoline in the beginning, but I just figured that this would require a lot more promoter. So basically, this needs two kinds of fuels, or I mean, a fuel and a promoter. Um, yeah, the promoter requires this hydrogen peroxide, but this is also used to make rocket fuels, and we can also use rocket fuel in this engine. So I just decided to go for the rocket fuel. It wasn't really that hard to get the rocket fuel. It just needed some chemical plants, as you guys can see. That's why we have this room here. Guess I'll take this opportunity to add a muffler upgrade here, since yeah, the this sound is very very loud. Like with most GregTech sounds, that I'm not really sure why they are so loud, because I mean the sounds are not that bad mostly. Some of them I'd say are pretty good, but yeah, this is not an episode about sounds. So yeah, to start with this, I started with the rocket fuel. I'm not going to go too in depth into this, but basically we are making the purple rocket fuel, and this is the chain. This goes from wood to charcoal, from charcoal to coal tar, from coal tar to this anthracene. And by the way, this is actually a distillery. This is a dangot, which is in the distillery mode. This is not a distillation tower. Uh, yeah, from my calculations, doing with the distillery is actually faster than doing the distillation towers. And at least for now, we don't really need any of the other outputs from this. As you guys can see, we just really care for the anthracene. I guess we can use the other stuff to get a few more hydrogen, I guess, a few more byproducts, but I didn't really care for it, so yeah, didn't really touch it. So yeah, it comes into this first chemical plant. This is kind of, I don't really, yeah, this is a bit annoying to explain, but I guess this requires something that is made here, and this basically gives two things: the hydrogen peroxide and the other stuff. Other stuff goes here, comes back here. So basically, this is like a recycling loop. Annoyingly, this also uses these catalysts. These ones are pretty annoying to craft. Let's get some. Uh, I'm not sure if I can get 1,000, but yeah, as you guys can see, this uses a lot of steel. Let's not get 1,000 actually. Let's get like 600. This uses a lot of steel, which is pretty annoying because most of the other resources are free. Uh, so yeah, kind of unfortunate, but yeah. So then this makes us. This doesn't make anything. This goes to here. This gets us the peroxide, which comes to this one with ammonia. Another thing that uses ammonia. And this gets us hydrogen, which comes here with more hydrogen to make this mono. I don't know why, but I could read. I actually read this correctly the first time in the last video, but I guess not. Again with nitric acid, which is more ammonia, by the way, and it gets us our purple rocket fuel. On this side, we have actually two chemical reactors doing ammonia. This one is IV, this one is EV. Get us some ammonia. On this side, we have the promoter, but for the promoter, we need our hydrogen peroxide. And we also need the hydrogen dioxide, which I'm making in these two LCRs on the back there. And yeah, this is able to keep up with about 29 amps of IV power, which is pretty good at this stage in the game. I must say, it's actually pretty good. But I really want to get better coils to upgrade this, because when we upgrade this will be even faster. I could upgrade the energy hatches, but yeah, I prefer to get better coils. So yeah, that's basically what I'm working on right now. Another thing that you guys might also have noticed is actually the XL gas turbine. We have this going as well, and the diesel tower is now replaced by another uh, a large gas turbine tower. So yeah, the most painful thing about this was actually the nitrobenzene. I completely forgot about the nitrobenzene. I'll be honest. I tried to pump benzene into this, but it wasn't really working. So yeah, basically I then remembered that benzene is not allowed on the XL gas turbines anymore, unfortunately. So I had to craft that weird chemical plant. So yeah, it's kind of annoying again, but basically this gives us benzene for two XLs. I just started to craft the second XL, but I think we are still missing a few things. So that will take a little bit longer, I guess. But yeah, and my main issue, I didn't really say it, but my main issue about this is again the nitric acid, which again requires more ammonia. Yeah, I really hate the ammonia because we need ammonia for so much stuff. It's actually insane. And it's so slow to process. It's so annoying. But yeah, we got that going. Also, because of all of the ammonia, we started to run out of nitrogen. So I had to add more centrifuge for the nitrogen. And also, we ran out of hydrogen. We are basically always running out of this stuff. So I've done two things. Uh, I also I'm also using the 1,2-dimethylbenzene from these distillation towers here, these ones, and sometimes these ones as well, and also a bit of the toluene, which not really sure why we don't have any, but oh well, we have some on this side. Not really sure why this is empty. Are these ones not working at all? Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, and we also have this ender tank here. And this actually comes from the space station. Um, comes from here. I crafted the planetary gas siphon. And it's also it's actually a cool block. I don't really mind this block because it's very fast for the hydrogen, but when we will want, I don't think that's how you say it. But when we get to the stage that where we actually need the gases from here, this will be a pain because it will require so much energy. I remember last time I just used single block Nacor reactors for this stuff. But yeah, also the fuel it's holding up pretty well, I'd say. But yeah, gives us a good amount and it's running at EV power. So yeah, I already have one crafted, so we can just add it here on the side. Since what happens is, at least before, not really sure now, but at least before, this was not really keeping up by itself. We needed to have the additional dimethylbenzene being processed here. Otherwise, we would not get enough. So yeah, that's why I crafted another one. But yeah, that's the upgrades on our power room. Let's move on to downstairs, I guess. We'll take a look at the new rooms uh, at the end. But yeah, basically not much stuff happened down here. Um, just cleaned up the place a little bit, as you guys can see. Also, um, our farms. I forgot about the farms. The farms are now in our personal dimension. We have a few. We have sugar bits. This is actually way more than we need. We have Terrawort. We have the blazes. We have the Blackstone Lily for the fluorine. We have the salt roots for chlorine, and we actually have Boxia. This is actually a pretty cool one. I haven't really used it yet. I really need to start using it, but yeah, it's this stuff here. What this does is basically gets us let us quadruple some resources, like the aluminium and the bauxite for the Boxia leaf, but there are also for other resources. I know there is one for platinum, which we probably will take a look later, maybe. But yeah, and before moving the farms, I actually tried to use the extreme industrial greenhouse, but this is pretty bad, I must say. This is pretty bad. I think the multi-block itself is cool, but the way it is right now, it's not really useful because for the IC2 mode, we only have 4 crops available, and yeah, this uses an LUV amp, which at the time I didn't really have an LUV amp to just throw at this to grow crops. Now it would probably be doable, but if possible, yeah, I don't think, at least for now, it's that good compared to what we have in our personal dimension. But yeah, so let's go to our, yeah, as you guys can see, most of the stuff here is full. Let's move on to our processing room. More changes here. I added another block of thermal centrifuges. These ones end up being pretty useful. I'm pretty sure I already had the upside down sifter, but I'm not sure. So yeah, there it is. Also the additional macerator. Not really sure if I have that last episode or if it was in the last episode. And finally, for the fluorine, I actually added the second one, second washing plant, and upgraded the power on this, so they are now running at IV speeds. I think upgrading this to IV was enough, but I wasn't really sure, so I just decided to add another one. So yeah, those are the changes in our ore processing room. So let's move on to here. There are a few new changes here. As you guys can see, we no longer have the single block dehydrator. We actually have the multi-block now. So yeah, that's cool. And I also started processing our fluorite. We actually, well, we don't really have any because the Nakoda line, which I'll show you guys in a bit, uses a lot of this. But we have the super tank, this quantum tank actually, almost completely full. And I also added this electrolyzer here, which basically gets us more fluorine and more hydrogen. So all are pretty good additions. But yeah, I think this was it for the old stuff. So now it's time for the actual new stuff. Well, of course, besides of the rocket place, the rocket fuel processing. I have these two buildings here. As you guys can see, they are pretty similar. Uh, Personally, I prefer this one. I actually built this one first. This one was second. And this is the building for our lanthanide processing. In this case, we just have the monazite line set up right now. And this is actually the full monazite line. The only thing that it's not really done, it's the apnea part. Because from what I've seen, we don't really want to get hafnium. I'm trying to find which the machine it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one here gives us hafnia and zirconia. We can process the hafnia first, but I don't really think that's what we want to do. Actually, I don't remember which one of these we want. So yeah, that's why I didn't really touch it yet. I'm not really sure what will be the goal for this part, but yeah. As you guys can see, every machine that is here, that we have here, is just for the monazite line and all of the additional processing. So this is a pretty big line. But this was actually pretty chill to build. I actually really enjoyed building this. Not really sure why, but I just play something in the background, just go step by step, slowly building this stuff, and it goes pretty well. I actually really enjoy myself when building these lines. So yeah, I'm not really going to show everything how this works because, as you guys can see, this is a very long line. I guess I can do like a quick special kinda episode about this, and one about the Nakuda line as well on that side. Spoilers. Um, but yeah, just to show you guys really quickly how this goes. This goes from here to here to here, to there. Then it goes back to here. Goes one step or two further. Goes to here. Goes another step or two further. And goes to this top sifter. Then it continues from here to here to here to here, and it ends basically. All of the other processing is for the additional stuff, because this produces some additional stuff. For example, we have here this uranium filtrate dust. Basically, this goes to here. Actually, it goes to this first and then goes to here. We actually have also the uranium stuff. The uranium stuff, I'm pretty sure, just goes from here to here. No, not the uranium stuff. This is actually the phosphate stuff. Let's see if I can find it. Not really sure why I'm wasting time with this, but yeah. Yeah, the phosphate stuff goes to here to here. This part here is for the zirconium processing. And this part here on this side is for the cerium processing. So yeah, that's mainly it for the monazite line. Not going to go step by step, but I think I was detailed enough, I guess. And yeah, I don't know why. Just a quick side note. I really like this building. I thought this came out pretty good. Uh, so yeah, and also just another quick note. Actually, in the beginning, I had this room to come to around here, and stopped. But I figured this would not be enough. As you guys can see, it wasn't really enough. So I just decided to expand as I went. So yeah, pretty cool. And now finally to our Nakuda building. I actually just finished building the Nakuda line a few minutes ago. And as you guys might notice, the machines are spaced out. And the reason for that is pretty simple. We'll be upgrading this to a Mega Nakuda line in the future. Mostly because I didn't really do Mega Nakuda line in the last time I played. And by the end of it, I really regretted it. My Nakuda line at the time was not fast enough, not even close. So yeah, I decided to give a little bit more space for the machines, so they can all be transformed, the LCR especially, into mega LCRs. So yeah, basically this goes from here to here to here to here to here to here. Then some part goes to here, the other part goes to here. From here it goes from there to here, and from here to there, and this goes from here to here. And the other part from here, the fluid, goes to our autoclave. Um, and the autoclave basically, yeah, goes to here. And this is where we do the final processing. We have some to process. This is stopped now. Why is it stopped? No valid recipe found. Why not? I don't think this is good. Might need to look into this actually. Yeah, I just finished building this, so not really surprised if there are stuff missing. But yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, let's see how much we got already. Just in the time of recording this video, we got about 130. So not bad. But yeah, I think this was most of the changes. I just forgot to go on this room, but basically no changes. The only really change was that I upgraded the casings on our precise assembler, and that's it. That's pretty much it. No updates in our platinum line as well. Uh, so yeah, probably this was a really long video, so I'm not really going to waste more time here. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.